hello, everybody. Thank you for joining Morning Glory. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Come on and give God a hand clap of praise this morning. I'm just grateful for being in the land of the living and for another opportunity today. Another opportunity. I'm so excited. We're excited about every day that we have a guest. It excites me. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about you all. Thank you all for joining. Listen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can get this message on today. Listen, we have an exciting, awesome woman. I'm going to say a woman of God because that's what she is. Even though she's in media, she's a media personality. She's a mother. Listen, and she does multiple of things, and we're going to talk about it today. But we really want to talk to her today about her journey, the journey that she's on. She's been recently on a journey of forgiveness. She's on a forgiveness apology tour. Let me say apology tour. Have you ever heard of that before, Sister Latasha? Have you ever heard of that?
No, that's Latasha? A new concept.
I'm like, where you at? The first time I've ever really heard somebody say they're on an apology tour. So I'm so excited and interested to know, where that came from, what made her do that, because we know that, forgiveness is so important. But that apology is on the other side of that. You're actually expressing yourself, you're asking for forgiveness. So I really want to know, where that came from, and I've never really heard that. I'm on an apology tour. I was like, wow. So let's hear from Mo Clark, and we're going to invite her up this morning. Miss Mo Clark, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing awesome. Listen, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am Mo Clark. I am a journalist. I am a media correspondent. I'm a public relations specialist, and I've been in the world of media now for about, I want to say like 7-8 years now.
Okay.
It's doing right now. It's doing. I'll say that much.
It's doing, huh? But yeah. You know what? I think you're doing amazing. When I look at your page, I said, she is busy. Everything looks so good, and you're out there. You're always out there. You're in the, outside, as the younger people say, I'm outside. But you're always outside. So with that even being, and I know you're a family woman, you have children, and you're also an only child, right?
I am.
An only child. How was that experience? Let's talk about that for 1 minute. How was that experience being the only child?
You know what? It was very lonely. I have several cousins on both sides of the family that we all were right around the same age, but it was unfortunate that a lot of them lived in different states. So It was very lonely. I got fussed at a lot growing up for being sad, for not having people to play with. And my grandma, rest her soul, she was like, you better learn how to go play by yourself. And I was like, how is that fun? But I will tell you this, in trying to pass time as a child and learning how to play by myself, as she put it, I did do a lot of things. I used to sit at home with boxes of cereal and pretend I was in commercials. I used to pretend like I was Oprah. So, look what's happening right now. So I guess I manifested all of this at such a young age because I didn't do the typical girl stuff, right? I was trying to play a wife. I was always trying to be a business person. Like, I wasn't making dirt pies outside. I was trying to sell stuff out the house.
Okay.
So
yes.
I always had just a different mentality. I feel like I had a different calling for me. So,
and do you think that when you're an only child, you become a little more creative? Because that's what it really sounded like. You became so creative. Is that you think your creativity came from?
I think that probably that happens when you're an only child and a middle child. I've never been.
I'm a middle too.
So that you have to you have to find a way to entertain yourself. So yeah, you definitely, get creative a lot.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, can you tell us more about your media business and the impact you hope to make in the industry?
So for me, I actually in college for while I was going through college for journalism, unfortunately, my dad passed away. Um,
Mm,
Dad passed away. Me and my mom, we were coming back and forth to Atlanta because she knew that she wanted to move. She knew she wanted to change. Um,
yes,
with us traveling back and forth to Atlanta and trying to find out, is this really where we wanted to be? I end up failing some of my classes and certain things happened. So ultimately, I ended up kind of just letting the college thing go at the time being. And we didn't move to Atlanta, which was
okay.
not right. But years later, she did remarry, and my stepdad's job transferred him to Atlanta. So I came with them. And when I got here to Atlanta, I knew I had a daughter. She was 2. I knew that I had to do something because
Yeah,
I had to get a job, and that's just what it was, So doing media or anything that I thought I would be doing around that age range, it was just like so far fetched for me at the time because I had to make a living.
mm,
Atlanta at the time was home of come to school and get your medical whatever in 18 months, or you too.
right.
So I did that and I got into the healthcare field. Years passed, and unfortunately I lost a baby. I had an ectopic pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember an older lady, she was telling me, she was like, your life was spared for a reason, and you can cry, you can deal with whatever you got to deal with, but as soon as you get done grieving and going through what you're going through, you need to get up, fix your makeup, do your makeup pretty like you do, and get back out there. And
Yes.
I did. And, I laugh a lot about having 8 Facebook pages, right? But I've been on Facebook that long, right? So
Yes.
been on Facebook since before they came up with the following option. So my page
Mm,
out at 5,000 friends. And it just so happened I didn't know at the time what I was doing because it didn't have a title. Now it's called an influencer, but nobody was saying those terms back then,
oh, yes, yes.
I would just kind of go on Facebook. I thought that I was advertising my lipstick line, and I would take these pictures. I thought the pictures was cute.
Right.
I thought until some guy was like, "Oh, you just gonna get on here and take a picture in front of a bedspread, and you ain't gonna even tell nobody how." I was like, "Oh my God, that is so harsh."
Wow.
But as I navigated, I feel blessed because people were watching me. People were watching me in a sense of kind of watching how I navigated, how I responded to negativity, how I engaged with people, topics that I might discuss. And guy who's a great friend of mine to this day, he kind of discovered me, I say.
Okay.
And like, hey, I got this internet radio show and I want you to, come up there and so they can meet you. So I did. And supposed to think of me going every single show. But I ended up going every single show.
Oh, wow.
I was going every single show. Things just happened. And unfortunately, throughout the course of that relationship, I got busy and other stuff was happening. And so they were like, they didn't want me to be a part of the show anymore.
Okay.
It devastated me because this is a time where you form these relationships. So not only were they my co-parts, but they were my family to me.
Family. Yes.
My family. And I just remember being devastated because that going to that show was like an outlet for me. It was like my escape from being a wife and a mom and all of these different things. And for 3 hours, I got to be somebody else. So, and I had people calling me, "Okay, Mo, this it. This your time. You got to start your own show." And I just remember crying to somebody, and I was like, "Oh my God, who am I gonna talk to? I don't know what I'm doing." And after the dust settled, I literally tested a bunch of different mics on Amazon, and they plugged to my phone, and I started interviewing in a hotel lobby. But because I kept my face card good over the years with some of the relationships that I had, I was able to get a lot of people coming by. Brittany and she came through and did an interview in the hotel lobby. Michael, he did an interview with me in the hotel lobby. Vigilante, all of these people that had seen me, grow within the industry, they came to do those interviews with me. So that's when the podcast kind of started. Years later, fast forward to now, involved with major publications and writing and, just really putting in the effort. And last year was the year I decided I was not going to stop, no matter what life threw at me. I did not stop. And I definitely think delayed is not denied. I definitely feel like where I'm at right now in this space, I'm here just as I should be when
So even in that, so the radio station really catapults you into that, into the other aspects of media, right?
absolutely.
So the radio. So what challenges? So what would you say was your greatest challenge getting into that? What was your greatest challenge and how you overcome it?
Lord, there's a lot of greatest challenges. One of the things that I had to learn, and I'm still learning, is that life is gonna always happen, and it's unfortunate, that we experience things that we go through. And for me, I don't know if I was ever on the cusp of a big breakthrough when those things were happening. I just know that that's what people were saying, and it must be a huge breakthrough that I'm gonna have. Like, I'm talking about a guy gonna give me a house, a car, a mansion, everything. It's just on shit. I would let whatever was happening in my life, right, and where it was real life stuff, about to get evicted or a failed marriage or whatever it was. And it was just so detrimental to me that I couldn't, I felt like I couldn't go through these things. And for every time that I stopped, let's just throw a number out there, but for every time I stopped, let's say I set myself back 6 months every time I stopped. I was constantly stopping. I was constant. And last year, I just said, you know what? I'm not going to stop. And I was like, this year, I said it at the end of, what we in, 2024? So I said it at the end of 2022. 2023 was going to be my year that I felt like I myself. I wasn't proving myself for everybody else. Like, right. Myself.
Yourself. Yes.
Hey, you know what? You gotta go. I know you sad. I know whatever. Your wig ain't sitting right. Sliding back to, but
you gotta do it. You've been doing it. Let me show a couple of videos and of you doing some media. Now, Tasha don't know that you had the opportunity to interview Jasmine Guy. Let me show you her.
We know about craft. We did, and I will definitely tell you my story. I actually auditioned with an accent. It's crazy, right? I auditioned with an accent. I don't know. It was when I was a little girl and I used to watch the Grey Poupon commercial. And I didn't even know what I was doing, right?
What accent were you using?
A British accent.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you something. Interviewing, did you, because I don't know how old, I think you're a little bit too young for Jasmine Guy. Did you watch A Different World?
I did.
Oh, you did watch it?
I did. And I used to fight to stay up and watch that show because it used to come on Thursday nights and come on after the Cosby Show. I loved both shows back to back, and I was like, no, I gotta. And now in real life, I fight to stay up to 9 o'clock.
So how did you feel about, I'm getting ready to interview Jasmine Guy? What was was it real, surreal to you?
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and it's not anyway in a cocky way, but I think at this point, because I'm walking in my purpose on purpose.
Yes.
Because I am truly with every single interview and every single person I talk to, I am authentically being me. So because I'm authentically being me. It's just like sitting down talking to your cousin at the cookout. Like,
come on. Yes.
You know, even on the red carpets, I don't have no questions ready. I find out when y'all find out.
Okay. All right. It just come natural. So you just go with the flow.
Yep.
Let me give a little video.
You're gonna make it.
BTS.
God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. Here's one last always to get ready.
And you look like you're comfortable. You look like you are so comfortable with her, you know. And let me give you another one I have found. I was like, wow.
She sees me.
Yes, please do not stop the video. I see you. We're good.
But I'm you're only in a little teeny part of my screen, but I do see you with all. Girl, look at all them shoes.
Oh yeah, that's just one side. It goes around the other way too. Going back to Jesus, like it was just.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, and so many red carpet events. I mean, she has interviewed. I just couldn't put it all on here, but yeah, she has a whole bunch of receipts on her, you know, what she do, and she is just so awesome down to earth, you know, and it's just really an awesome and blessed thing, Mo. It really is. So let me ask you this question. Who have you not interviewed that you really want to interview or to have a chance to interview?
God, I can't answer that question because, you know, back in the day, I had a huge crush on Michael Ealy, and years ago, when I was writing for Control magazine, Megan Good had just came out with that movie, The Neighbors or whatever that movie was.
Yes.
I definitely had a crush on Nelly. I didn't get to interview Nelly, but I did get to be next to him. So that's close enough, guys. A word.
Yes.
He was pretty. He smelled good, and you know, and such icon. So, you know, some of the people that I thought I may want to interview in life, they got a lot going on right now. So unsure. I definitely think they're great business people, but I think we gotta see if I still want to interview those people, because character is everything.
It's everything, isn't it? I'm telling you, it is everything. It is everything. So being a family, you know, a mother, the mother that you are, you know, is it a challenge with, you know, juggling, you know, your business? Because you not only have the media, you have a store as well, right? Yeah.
The one thing that I try to do, and my daughters, you know, they're these new kids, they don't get impressed by nothing.
Right.
I've always done with the girls is I definitely had put off what I was doing to raise my daughters. So got to a certain age where I could kind of sort of be more present.
Yes.
I try to take them with me as much stuff as I can take them to. My daughter was with me all day at the Bronner Brothers show, and she absolutely hated it because she wanted to be home and in her room and all these things.
Yes.
I think when they're older, they may be able to appreciate it, because a lot of times when we go out here and meet these people and I do these interviews, they don't even know who it is that I'm interviewing until after.
Yeah. Right. So they're not impressed with that right now.
They've had the pleasure of, you know, meeting the Real Housewives or whomever, and I definitely think they'll look back on it. One of the challenges that they faced apparently was the fact that their classmates think that I'm pretty, or as my daughter, somebody said I was thick.
Yes.
It affected her to the point of she even remembered what I had on. She was able to tell me what I was doing. I was like, I buried this. Like, you still know, you know?
Right.
I definitely think that we used to go back and forth when they were younger. You can't post that on the internet because the boys at school, they follow you. And I'm like, what? you know, so
Oh my gosh.
definitely had to do that. But I try to give the girls, they're older. One's 22, one's 16. So they're older.
Yes.
Not that hard to juggle it at this
Right now, where you at now, where you are now. Yeah,
Right.
that is beautiful. So you have a little more freedom now than you had because of their age. Yeah.
a little bit. I ain't been in a hot girl summer yet, but you know, it'll be 8 soon. So we'll just 2 more years and I can have a lukewarm summer, I think, at that point.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, let's get into. I want to. Latasha, do you have a question for?
Yes, I just like I'm like so honored just to be around you because I love Jasmine Guy as an actor. She's also a professional dancer. People don't understand that. And Avery, oh my gosh, I love her. She's been in a lot of movies, and these are our unsung, our heroes in the culture because they've been captivating as their roles. They're trying to change our outlook of how we think and how we associate with each other because of their acting. So, do you ever want to pursue acting yourself or have a role?
Well, I have done acting. I went to Performing Arts High School, and
Yes.
my majors were creative writing and music theater. And I have been in a couple of things. I am on a show, and the show has been picked up and moved around a lot, but I think now it's on Tubi. It's a show called Music and Murder, where I play Mr. Lace, and I play a thug.
All right.
I definitely, I loved playing that role, right? Because
Different.
she's just like me. It's just that I don't tote a gun, you know. But she,
Mo, you can't tell you thugged out now. You telling me you
right?
I was, and I remember I was so excited about the carrying the weapon portion of it that when we were on set, that's all I cared about. I kept asking everybody, "You got my piece?" Like, you know. I was excited. And they finally gave it to me, and they put it in his purse, and I couldn't even get the daggum thing out the purse when it was out. But
no, you didn't flop with the gun.
But I definitely enjoyed playing character Lace because, like herself, she was a beautiful girl. She was very smart. She was a hustler.
Yeah.
Gonna go out there and get it by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And definitely, when it came to friendships, she was a ride or die friend.
Okay, and you feel like that's your character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was easy to play.
It was easy to play, you know. So acting and everything that I do, you know, a lot of times you get people saying you just need to focus on one thing, and I hate that.
Yeah.
If God has given you all these gifts,
come on,
then for you to say or limit yourself, it's almost like God in the face and saying, "Not yet. I don't want to do it. Get somebody." You know, so regardless, like anything that I've done, if I was on set, I tried to wear clothes from the boutique. I tried to wear lipstick from the makeup line, and I just kind of always felt like everything intertwined.
Yes.
And so at this point in life, I don't care who else don't understand it. It's not for them to understand. Like, it's my, and it's mine for a reason. So you may not see it because you need to be looking at your mine in the first place. So, you know.
Yes, come on. Now that's walking.
Yes. And this is what I love about your generation. You know, y'all
they are walking in a purpose.
Exactly. And you're using your voice. And I love that because when our generation, we weren't able to do. We're coming out now, but you know, it took a process. It was a process, you know, because it was a process of healing. So you know what? That is so awesome. I love this generation. I want to get into, you know, what inspired you. I want to show a couple of videos on you know, you posted about the apology.
Before that, Pastor Taylor, I want to tell her I went to school with Nelly. He from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis.
You got his number? I just want to catch
was a lot of young ladies' crush. Matter of fact, I think he was my daughter's crush at one moment. Yeah.
He released his own like alcoholic spirit or whatever, and the women, they were crying.
Really?
They were crying. This lady literally said, she was like, I've been waiting 16 years to meet him.
Wow.
Really?
Put me away.
Crying. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I guess, 16.
And he's just another classmate. Like, what's up, Cornell?
Yeah. So those must have been tears of joy that she finally, wow.
That's uh-huh.
We got a few minutes. Let me show the video of what, the reason why I want you to give us what inspired you to do it, but I also want them to see it, when you came out and you put it on the social media.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come to you guys and kind of, talk to you a little bit, because I have told everybody on social media, whatever, pretty much anybody who will listen, that on December the 10th, I rededicated my life to God. This spiritual journey legit has me on an apology tour. I'm apologizing to people that didn't even know that I was mad at them, or I'm apologizing to people that I probably should have apologized to 6 months ago. I had this amazing friend years ago, and me and this amazing friend, we fell out, a detrimental fallout, right? Things were said that you probably could never bounce back from. We're still, very much running in the same circle. So it just so happened last year we were at an event. I sent this friend a text message, and I said, hey, look, you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I don't know why it's just now resonating with me right now, but I remember you apologized, and I remember accepting your apology. I remember we moved on for it, but I'm not sure that I apologized back, because you know what? She wasn't having an argument with herself. I was having an argument with her. It sucked because during this process of us falling out, she had a whole kid, she had life-in, I had life-in, and to be that close to somebody and not get to share those moments, it hurt when it did, and I had to make that part of my apology, that I was kind of watching from the sidelines, and that could have been a perfect gateway for me to just re-enter her life, but I didn't. She texted me back and she was like, hey, it's okay, because now we're in a good space.
Wow.
So the question is, what inspired this? You said once you went, you rededicated yourself back to God, but to say, you know what, I need to apologize to some people.
With doing my rededication and being on all these fasts, because I somebody always wanted me to be a part of a fast, so I feel like I ain't ate since 2023. But
right.
What motivated me to apologize to her specifically was she was my maid of honor at my second wedding, to my husband, second husband. Shortly after the wedding, after all of these things happened, we ended up falling out. She was a part of the radio team that I mentioned before.
Okay.
That whole little circle thing. And I'm not gonna sit here and say we said mean stuff to each other, but I will say we said some unkind things that we should.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she all of a sudden started popping up. Like, I don't know if it was because I started doing different, or she's I wanted it to happen. That's just what it is. Because all years had gone by. I had seen this girl. I had not heard from this girl. I had blocked her from everything. And I know at one point she tried to follow me on TikTok, and I did not follow her back, because I was like, what's she following me for? I was still in my place of person.
Yes. Yes.
And I was thinking, I had an event. Like she did apologize to me. She apologized to me sometime last year. And, like I said, my mindset at that time was, well, you should have, because you
Right.
done bit. So that's what my attitude was toward the whole situation. But on Valentine's Day, I got a call to go out and cover, Usher getting his star or whatever downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Person that was supposed to be my camera person couldn't make it. And I text her and said, hey, look, this is what I got going on. She didn't give me no excuses. She didn't say, get somebody else to do it. She out. She just takes the address.
Wow.
And, for and I mean, years had passed between when the apology was made. She made the apology last year, but prior to that, we hadn't spoke in like 5 or 6 years. We started this media journey together. We were supposed to be partners. I was going to be the media correspondent and she was going to be the camera person.
Wow.
But our vision was each other in business. But when we fell out, I saw her at events filming, and she didn't have a correspondent, and I was at events, and I ain't have a camera person. So both just taking pictures and not getting the totality of what we were not able to talk as we should.
Yes.
There, and I thought, dang, God, this girl apologized to me, and I never apologized to her, even though I thought,
Right.
somebody didn't give me, okay, send the address, and she went, and I was thinking, dang, did I ever even apologize to her? Did I ever even tell her that I take accountability for the things that I said and how I behaved?
Yes.
And I didn't. And I sent, but the apology tour only works when you feel it. So it's not like I'm just picking up the phone telling everybody, I'm sorry. No.
It's specific people.
Yeah. It's some people.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, we know that forgiveness is for us. And like you said, forgiveness not for the other person, forgiveness for us. But when you go on an apology tour, that means you're considering those other people.
Yeah.
You're considering them. And I love that you said the key word you said, I'm taking accountability.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, we don't, all of us, we have our reasons why, they did it to me. Listen, why I gotta apologize, but go ahead, Mo. You was getting ready to say.
Like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders,
Yes.
Situation. I got other things going on in life that have been weighing me down, but at least that's not one of them.
Yes. So how many people have you apologized to thus far?
Thus far, just 2.
Just 2? Okay.
That's only because, other things started happening, and, I had to stop the apology tour because I have to forgive myself for some things first.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Wow.
I realized, with certain things going on in my life, it was like, it's not like I was a future teller to be able to see what's going to happen and transpire. And though I may still cry or I may still hurt, it's okay right now. It's okay because whatever the emotions that I'm feeling, they're valid.
Yes.
Understanding that.
So I'm having to, constantly apologize to myself and not beat myself up because I didn't know this was going to happen. Right. Yes. And getting to a point of being able to say, I don't want to talk about it, but it's not just, I don't want to talk about it, period. The people that I'm trying to talk to it about with is what ain't working for me. saying stuff and you really just want to be healed and you want to fix it or you want a cure of it or whatever it is that you're seeking, and you're seeking it from the wrong people, their thoughts become thoughts, and they add on top of the thoughts that you had in the first place. So now you thinking stuff you weren't even thinking in the beginning in the first place.
Come on.
Wow. But I don't think, let me say this, Mo, I don't think your apology tour stopped. I think that you were a part of it.
That's
You
how
were a part of the apology tour. So you have to, get yourself, restore yourself. It has to start with you. You know, it has to start with you because it's about getting set free.
Yes.
And it's about, that's what God come to do. He comes to set us free. And he said, what's going to set you free is the truth.
Right.
The truth going to make you free. So we have to take time. And I think that, and I believe that that's self-care. I think it's getting your nails done, hair done, all this. And then you're mentally still jacked up on the inside, and you with the weight, because unforgiveness is a weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a weight. And God had to deal with me with that one day. And he, he'll put you in a situation where you got to deal with yourself. You got to deal with these situations. And I think it's part of the process. But go ahead. You got something on your mind. Go ahead.
Trouble a lot for talking a lot. Can y'all believe it? My uncle nicknamed me Talk a Lot because I talked a lot. In this, and I've always said it, and I always tried to explain it to other people about why I'm so transparent. And I'm so transparent most of the time because I have been the person that felt suicidal, or I have been that person going through what I was going through, feeling like nobody understands. I still feel that way sometimes, but you never know what somebody else is going through, and you never know who you can help by just telling your story, because it can stop somebody from going over the edge to know that you're going through this. And even though right now I experienced a lot in my life, it sucks because I'm this pretty person on the internet, and I'm posting these quotes and I'm being motivational. And the crazy thing is that part is not a lie, because in those moments when the made, the that I'm in is coming from a very genuine space.
Come on.
I'm happy and I'm doing my all of that is real, but it doesn't negate the fact of things that I feel when I leave that event, or things that so I have to give myself grace, and giving myself grace is being able to Mo, you're not fake. You're not being fake on the internet.
Right.
You're just find the balance and navigate through whatever it is you're going through right now.
Yes.
And you can't tell everybody that,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Some people, you can get on social media and start crying. They'll be like, why you record yourself crying? When you didn't intend on crying, right? Out that way. So you can't do that. You can't if that's but for me, I just choose to keep trying to be positive. Though I'm hurting, because guess what? I'm human. I'm allowed.
Right. That's right.
And beat myself up and be like, I'm the perfect role model. Do what I do. Follow. I want you to know, if you're going to follow anything I follow, understand that I am not perfect, and neither are you.
That's right.
Cool.
But understand that we have to learn how to forgive like Christ does. Christ forgives. He comes from a place of forgiveness, in a way of he forgives us just as though it has never happened. He doesn't give us conditional love. He gives us unconditional love. And people, right? Oh, I'm gonna love you doing this for me, or I'm gonna love that. That's
come on with a condition. Come on.
While I go through this, I am totally cool and fine with taking people along for the ride with me.
Yes. Well, this is so awesome. And you know what? And we're going to continue to pray for your journey. We know that God is not done with you. It's a lot that God has in store for you. But, with all of us, we all got to go through that process where God takes us through this delivering process, and to be transparent. Listen, when you're authentic, then people can receive you, and you know what? Back in the day, I don't know, pretending is exhausting to me. I I can't do it. I have to be 100 and real. Listen, when I'm hurting, I'm hurting. When I'm happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right? So you're gonna go through different emotions and different changes in your life. You know, and that's like you said, just being a human. And so why we can show that and express that people can relate to us, because I believe you'll be able to relate to me if I'm real, more so than me pretending like you know, I'm not going through anything. So I commend you. Is there any last things that you want to say? Let the people know how to get in touch with you. And then I have an offer for you that I would like you to come and be one of our guest panelists on Morning Glory. One of our guest panelists. One day you're not busy. We're on here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And one day you're not busy. Come and be a guest panelist with us. You know, so yeah, I want to put that out there and let us know when you're not busy. And then we look forward to, even to the future things, doing more with you. I do anyway, doing more with you in the future. So go ahead and whatever you want to say, your last words, and then let people know where they can find you at and follow you.
So again, like I said, I'm not perfect. I did just rededicate my life, and it's been some slips.
Yes.
But that's just a part of the journey. So I just want everybody to definitely know that delayed is not denied. Is whatever your purpose and your passion is. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60. It doesn't matter. Whenever you get there is when you get there. And you have been delayed because you weren't able to handle it, or you couldn't come from a healed space. So definitely continue your journey. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't let anybody tell you what it is that you're supposed to be doing with your life, because they got their own life that they need to do what they need to do. Yeah. So just definitely keep at it, keep going, and don't get sidetracked. And other than that, you guys can follow me on IG at Miss Mo Clark. You can Google me. I think mostly good stuff pops up. You can definitely find me on YouTube. Of course, articles that I've written, they're going to be in Upscale Magazine, She and Femi Magazine. So, yeah, that's it.
Well, it was such a delight to have you on Morning Glory. And like I said, you're invited to come back. Look, we appreciate you, and we're expecting to see some good things that God is getting ready to do with you. So listen, y'all, get in touch with Mo. Also, she's a publicist. So she's we didn't talk about that. I mean, she does a multiple of things, but we'll have her come back, and then she can share some of the other things that she does, because maybe you need her services. So, she's available, and then also her store. Can you give them the information on your website?
Just go to Instagram, because
everything on Instagram. Okay, awesome. Well, we thank you, Mo. We love you, and listen, we know that you're in our prayers. All right, y'all. Have a blessed and wonderful day. If it's the Lord's will, we'll see you back here on Friday. And bye for now.